way I learned it from Vince McMahon Senior, and I was with him for a long time. I worked with the company when they were Capital Wrestling, they were Titan Sport, they were WWF, then they were WWF, and then they were WWE. I worked with all those names from the beginning to the end. And then the old man was wonderful. He he knew how to promote the game. He knew how to do sellouts. He knew how to get the talent. He knew what talent was all about. There was no Mickey Mouse stuff game in the ring with guys so to kill the business, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Let me ask you, like, what were some of the differences between Vince Senior and Vince Junior, or were they very much?
Well, a
Or
lot of
are they?
people ask, a lot of people ask me that. That you're a gentleman from you're originally from Australia,
Yeah, from Australia. Yeah.
so you're a gentleman and scholar, right?
I like to think I am. Yes, sir.
So Vince Senior was a gentleman and scholar, and he was. Listen, I know that for some reason we didn't have no problem. He didn't make me a champion, a world champion. He didn't make me anything special. He just like my we got along, and I always work. It doesn't matter how many years I've spent. I'm the longest running character in New York with the company for years and years until the guy died. And I don't think nobody beat me for the longest running with a company for all the names and all that they had because I always had work. I live in New York. I didn't want to go. I went to Canada. I went here. I went there. Just for a little while, he sent me. I come back. When people come here, wrestlers, and they leave, they come and wrestle here for a year or two, and they leave. They come back 5 years later. Johnny, you're still here? Yeah. Well, where am I going to go? If I'm in New York making $1,300 a week, and then I'm going to go to Canada and make 14 because they're going to put me over, I'm a fool because I have to move my family. I have to do this. I have to do that, and then I'm not really doing anything special. So now I'm going to move over there because they're going to put me over on TV for a little while just to do. I never thought that I always thought I don't want to live in that glory. Either they give me work and work here as a regular Joe, and that's it. But that man was a gentleman and scholar, and he was not the same. The son is not the same character as he was. He was when he tell you he's going to do something, he did it. This gentleman now, the son, doesn't have the pleasure of the game except for themselves explosion promotion, and then they're on icon. So then they do what they have to do, and there's nothing you could do about it because it's not the same individuals in the sense of the gentlemen that they listen to your feelings of the bit of working with them. You understand? They're
Yeah,
not gonna.
100%.
They feel they only want you for one reason only, and if they can't do nothing with you, they don't care where you wind up in the gutter. You understand? So
Yeah,
I don't have the same feeling because it's not uh, just because they made an explosion promotion, but that's because you took somebody else, you took your father's power and did whatever you want, and then you got greedy and you took everybody else's territory and didn't give a damn about. You can care less about the people working in it in the territory. So you destroy everything so just so you could be the killer. So how good you want to talk about, you know?
do you think, like, if Vince McMahon hadn't come along and bought out every territory, do you think the territory system would still be able to exist in this day and age, or do you think someone
Yeah,
else would have just come along
yeah,
and made
no,
it?
it would still be there would still be a promoter in every state because it was like that for years and years and years. I mean, pro wrestling started in the early 1800 in the South in the sense of they came from Europe from everywhere,
Mm,
and little by little they started doing the circus bullshit. Wrestling never was wrestling. It was two guys would get in the ring and be shooting for 6 hours just for $500, and then it was a shoot and a work as a draw. But the promoters decided instead of having that, let's start working it. They put a little circus work in it, and then but still, in my time, everybody was a wrestler. Uh, Everybody knew how to wrestle. I mean, you go in the ring, the guy wants to go behind you. You're still a wrestler, not a
Everyone
maybe
was legit to a certain level, right?
yeah, not these Mickey Mouse guys that go in there jumping all over the place. They don't know nothing about no real McCoys. I have a lot of respect for the real McCoys, and not because I was in it. And I mean, I'm gonna say it in Coney, I'm an old DJ Bezak.
Who do you who do you think, like, out of like what you see out of the current crop of professional wrestlers in the world, do you see like someone out there who is like an old soul or like the last of a
Look,
dying
look, 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 look! I'm gonna tell you what the people in WWE now they're on top. Now you take for instance the Samoan dynasty where these guys come from the real McCoy parents and the group of them, all of them go to the top because they follow the order of power of being McCoys. You see, so look, they got them. They come in and they become top with Vince Jr. Right, in the sense of the real McCoy. Now the order of the pyramid of the business is the well. I'm going to say it real comic way. You have what do you call the pimp? You have a pimp. There's a number one pimp in the neighborhood somewhere. Now he's on a nice hotel and he has the penthouse. Now he has 15 girls. So they got the girls around the corner on both corner and in the backyard, stopping every car. They got one in the middle of the block and they got one in the front of the doors of the hotel. What happened to the top girls? They're upstairs in the penthouse for the first class customers, and the others are going back. So the pyramid of the wrestling business for any company, it starts the same way. You got the bottom guys, you got the middle guys, and you got the top guys. That's what the wrestling business is all about. Now I believe that. Where all the old timers will always say we're a bunch of whore. That's the way it is. Where you're either in the bottom, in the middle, or in the top. And then if you're in the middle and you don't behave, you wind up in the bottom. Well, that's how the pimps run their business, right? And
Yeah,
this is
right. 100%.
this is the kind of business that we have right now. So I was one of them. So anybody that says, "Oh, you call me a whore," well, I was a whore too. Well, I was a whore that stayed there for many years, and no matter where it's in the middle, on the bottom, or the top, I was always able to help the issue of the business for the fans that came paid the dollar to see me be a pain in the ass. So at the end, you're the unpredictable one. 1996 Hall of Famer. Today, people still remember me even after I'm fucking gone and I don't even know what the heck happened. So people still remember me because I was something that they enjoy watching me do stuff no matter where I win or lose. So I'm very proud to do what I did.
Oh, 100%. And, you know, I